giving you my hand. I'm dropping you texts now. You said you want me when it starts. Being with you, this feels right. You said we can meet it when it starts. Yeah, slow down. Sun is about to go down. So what you doing tonight? It's everything I can't think of.
Please rise as we welcome our graduates and graduation candidates.
The proceedings of the Kendall College of Art and Design of Ferris State University 2023 commencement ceremony have begun. To all gathered, it is my pleasure to present Tara McCracken, President of Kendall College of Art and Design of Ferris State University.
Thank you, Susanna. Welcome to KCAD's 2023 commencement ceremony. Before we recognize our graduates and graduation candidates today, I would like to share a few housekeeping items with you. Please take a moment to silence your cell phone if you haven't already. Love all the heads that go down. Exits are conveniently located through the back of the auditorium. Restrooms are located on both the upper and lower levels, just outside the auditorium on the southeast side of the building, adjacent to the elevator. KCAD ushers are available at each exit if you need assistance. They're wearing volunteer, and some of them probably have name tags on. We are joined today by the American Sign Language interpreters from Deaf and Hard of Hearing services, not surfaces, who will help us to ensure everyone can enjoy today's ceremony. Photography is welcome, but please know that KCAD will also be capturing the special moments from today and sharing those with our graduates and their supporters on our website by May 16th. This information is also noted in the program. While ceremonial in nature, this is a celebration, and we encourage you to applaud and cheer enthusiastically. We are grateful for the opportunity to celebrate our graduates here in the amazing Forest Hills Fine Arts Center. I would like to thank the center's manager, Jeremy Cox, for welcoming us and continuing to collaborate with us yearly on this milestone student event. I would also like to call attention to the 2023 group grad show that is currently on display in the lobby gallery space. If you haven't had a chance to view this graduate level work, I hope you will before leaving today. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the members of the platform party joining me on stage. So here in the script it says, I ask that you rise as I say your name, so I think we should all be seated. Amna Seibold, Ferris State University Board of Trustees. Stephen Halko, KCAD Dean of Academic Affairs. Dr. Susanna Engbers, Grand Marshal, Professor and Chair, General Education. Laurel Dugan, Master of Fine Arts in Painting and Master of Arts in Visual and Critical Studies degrees, class of 2023. Gabrielle Gentner, Bachelor of Fine Arts in Collaborative Design. And our 2023 valedictorian. Mariel Versluis, Professor and Co-Chair for Fine Arts. Before I welcome our first speaker, we have a special message today for our KCAD graduates from Ferris State University President Dr. Bill Pink. Dr. Pink is leading commencement ceremonies in Big Rapids today, but shared this message for our 2023 KCAD grads.
Hi, this is Bill Pink, and I just want to say to all of our Kendall College of Art and Design graduates, congratulations. You've done it. You finished. What an awesome day and an awesome time that you can celebrate with all of us because we are all so proud of you. Kendall College of Art and Design, KCAD, is a definite part of what we call One Ferris because we may have different places that we exist as part of Kendall, as part of Ferris State, as part of all the work that we do, but with all that work, One Ferris, and you are part of that whole family. It's all one big happy family. And it is important that you know how proud this whole family is of the work that you've done, because this work that you have done, as you will finish and go out into the world and get to what I call your next, it is so important that the education you have walking out the door is one that is going to be relevant and responsive to the needs of the industry that you're serving. And so I say, because of that, congratulations. Well done. We are proud of you, and we're hopeful that you do all you can as you get into your next. Make sure you come back to see us. Make sure you come back to campus every once in a while. See those faculty members that you spent time with. See folks who made a difference while you were here at Kendall. And congratulations on what a magnificent accomplishment that you have pulled off. Thank you for making this institution part of your experience.
Dr. Pink is a wonderful supporter of KCAD and our students as members of the Ferris State University community. We're lucky to have him, and I appreciate everything he does to move KCAD and Ferris forward in our missions. And now, please welcome Laurel Dugan, who is candidate for the Master of Fine Arts degree and the Master of Arts degree, and has been selected by the graduate program faculty to present our welcoming address.
Thank you, President McCracken. Today marks the culmination of a dream for me, as I imagine it does for many of you. I know it does for King Charles. Over the last semester, I found myself often thinking about my time at Kendall, and one sentence keeps coming to mind. I am so grateful. I could list many things about Kendall for which I am personally grateful, such as the most generous, talented teachers I've ever had, and the way it has been an incubator for me to become a better artist. But there is one thing that all of us graduates have received: an education in the creative process. Around the time I graduated with my BFA, I realized that in 4 years of college, I hadn't learned everything there was to know about making art, not even close. What I had learned were the principles of how to approach the creative process. Most importantly, I learned to be open to transformation. I mean the statement to apply to making art, but also to living life. As an undergrad, I had learned to integrate information and materials in a transformative process that unfailingly led to an unexpected and better outcome than I could have thought of at the outset. As a student, having this experience repeatedly taught me that openness was key to letting the creative process work. And this is really what I want to impart to you today. Openness to possibilities leads to beautiful transformations. I would not be here today without learning to trust the creative process. From an early age, my dream was to become a painter. Feeling that I had so much more to learn, I wanted to get an MFA right after college. However, that was not my path. After college, transformation came quickly in the form of marriage, children, and multiple interstate moves. I was sad to put off grad school, but I felt these other things were also important. Thankfully, I figured out quickly how to keep a studio practice. As a 24-year-old with a newborn, in a little apartment outside Washington, D.C., I started painting at our kitchen table during the baby's naps. Little by little, my practice grew and became more serious. I learned early on to safeguard my studio time and to keep it consistent. I learned to protect it the way I protected my babies, as something valuable and unreplaceable. It's challenging to be a young artist without a clearly defined professional path. It can be daunting, and it can feel like everyone else has stuff figured out and you don't. Spoiler alert, no one has it all figured out. However, after years of being jealous of others' clearly defined professional progressions, I came to see that I had been given a great gift in the opportunity to define my own path, because it meant that I could choose to pursue art making in a way that felt authentic to me. With practice, I learned that when you know what's important to you, other people's expectations fade into the background. The first time I applied to graduate schools in 2009, it didn't work out. Because right around the time I started getting response letters, my husband was diagnosed with needing open heart surgery. So that was a big deal. We had 2 little kids, and I thought I was going to be a 29-year-old widow. But thank goodness, the surgery went 100% according to plan. And Connor made a full recovery, and he's here today. He has been my biggest cheerleader and supporter. So, challenges, a dream deferred, but also working toward that dream all the time. The struggles and sacrifices made along the way showed me how determined I still was to become the best painter I could be. And it was this openness to letting the possibilities outside the studio inform my life in the studio that ultimately led me to Kendall. Kendall is the place where the outside difficulties melted away. I had found the place that protected me the way I had protected my babies and my dream. I breathed a sigh of relief that had been 18 years coming. It's important to find your people. When you're an artist, your people don't come along every day. I came to Kendall not knowing anyone, but I immediately met people who loved art like I did. Spending time in close quarters, critiquing each other's work, and trying to figure out how to understand the latest reading in Diane's post-structuralism class quickly bonded us. At Kendall, I found peers with whom I could discuss the details and nuances of painting in a way I can't with anyone else. Hours in the studio produced more than better artwork. It produced camaraderie, humor, and great memories. To say that my time at KCAD has been transformative would be an understatement. I have learned more in my time at KCAD than I thought possible, and I am coming out not only a better painter, researcher, and writer, but a more empathetic and grounded person. I am ready to move into the next phase of life as an artist, armed with tools I didn't even know I needed. So, when things don't go the way you think they should, remember, difficulties are not intended to stop you from achieving your dreams. They are there to make you stronger because you will need what you learn from them as you move forward. Being open to possibilities you haven't even considered will open a horizon wider than you imagined possible. The way things have unfolded for me, while not what I wanted at the beginning, is better than what I would have chosen for myself. So this is the challenge I lay before you graduates today. Stay open to the possibilities life presents to you, but hew close to what you know is true. Be flexible, but strong, and love the people who support you. They are your lifelines. Last, remember the gift you have been given in a creative education. You have been given insight into a process that can be transformative, not only for you and your work, but for the people whose lives you touch. Share this gift and its power. and you will become a conduit for the creative process to transform your life and the lives of the people around you. Thank you.
Thank you, Laurel. In 1928, Helen Miller Kendall, an accomplished artist, philanthropist, and wife of furniture design legend David Walcott Kendall, established the David Walcott Kendall Memorial School as a way to continue her husband's legacy of creativity, education, and innovation. It's been 95 years since Kendall College of Art and Design of Ferris State University took shape, and through the years, we have stayed true to this initial charge. If our founder were here with us today, I imagine she might also add curiosity and connection to this list. KCAD is a place where curiosity and connection thrive. Curiosity played a role in bringing you to KCAD. During your time here has directly impacted your experience. Your faculty and supporting staff have encouraged you to be curious and ask hard questions in order to fully understand a problem, concept, or process. While often leading to more questions, this type of exploration and learning has led to understanding, inspiration, and opportunities to be challenged and grow along the way. As practiced artists, designers, educators, and scholars, our curiosity often leads us to naturally look for and build connections. We seek opportunities for others to join us in this sandbox to gain a broader perspective and understanding. During your time at KCAD, most of you have had opportunities to collaborate with your peers, as well as KCAD alumni, community and industry partners through class projects or sponsored projects through our Innovation Hub. You've been developing your network and resume since the moment you stepped onto campus. Look around you. You and your fellow graduates are the future of creative leadership, artistic expression, design, education, and scholarship. You will lead the charge in designing systems, experiences, processes, products, and beyond that are accessible, sustainable, and innovative. You will create work and develop narratives that inspire, challenge, engage, and move us all forward. Whether you stay in Grand Rapids or not, I encourage you to stay connected with each other and with KCAD. Remember to reach out to alumni that have come before you and seek a professional community where you continue to expand your network, build connections, learn, grow, and innovate. Strive to ask those hard questions, be open to new opportunities, and stay curious always. Congratulations, and welcome to the KCAD and Ferris State alumni family. While today focuses on the celebration and recognition of our graduates' achievements, I'd like to take a few moments to recognize a friend, classmate, and collaborator that we tragically lost in March of 2022. Willow Yan would have celebrated as a graduate at today's ceremony. During her time at KCAD, our community had the opportunity to get to know Willow and bear witness to her talents. As a community, we join Willow's family in grieving this deep loss. I invite everyone to join me for a moment of silence and honor Willow. Thank you. As is our tradition at KCAD, I hope that you'll join me now in recognizing KCAD's outstanding staff. Each staff member has contributed to the success of the graduates we are celebrating today. While only a few are on stage with us, almost all of KCAD staff are located throughout this auditorium, building, and parking lot, ensuring that today's celebration is an outstanding celebration for our graduates and their guests. I invite all members of the KCAD staff to rise and be recognized. Our graduates' achievements are a direct reflection of their talent, intelligence, and dedication to their craft. But their development as artists, designers, educators, and scholars would not be possible without the guidance and mentorship of the KCAD faculty. I invite all the members of the faculty to rise to be recognized. Let us also take a moment to acknowledge those who have stood with our students, providing support, love, and guidance. Our thanks to you, our students' families, friends, and mentors. You also deserve our recognition and applause. Now, I would like to take a few moments to acknowledge a few of our staff and faculty members who were recently recognized by Ferris State University for their exceptional efforts to support our students and move KCAD and the university forward. Mary Calenda is well known on campus for her magnetic personality and dedication to our students and community. In her 33 years at KCAD, she has risen to assistant positions in the Records and Registrar's Office before serving as interim registrar and currently coordinator of academic records. She's responsible for ensuring accuracy in records of grades, transfer credits, graduation audits, and degrees, as well as building schedules, adding courses, and managing catalog information. Mary's role is critical. In fact, as soon as grades are posted, she'll be focusing on confirming and processing degrees for many of the graduates we are celebrating today. I hope you will join me in recognizing Mary Calenda as one of the 2023 Ferris State University Distinguished Staff Award recipients. I believe Mary's back here. Kyle Austin co-leads KCAD's communications team as our content coordinator, with duties including creative development, voice and brand management, vendor coordination, performance tracking, and web and social media services. His nuanced understanding of KCAD's community, educational value, and ethos assures authenticity in the college's communications and promotes the best of KCAD. Kyle brings an admirable combination of enthusiasm and professionalism to all his projects. Additionally, Kyle is a valued member of the KCAD President's Cabinet, leadership team, and emergency management leadership team. He's also a founding member of the KCAD Waggy Prize team, which produces an annual international competition that is centered on developing solutions for some of our world's wicked problems. Since 2013, Kyle has helped KCAD engage 700 participants from 200 higher education institutions across 49 nations. I hope you will join me in recognizing Kyle Austin as one of the 2023 Ferris State University Distinguished Staff Award recipients. Kyle, can you step forward to be recognized? Associate Professor and Fashion Studies Program Chair, Lori Faulkner, has been selected to receive the Ferris State University International Educator Award for 2023. This award recognizes a member of the academic community who exemplifies a level of involvement in international activities. Through the generosity of the Daniel and Pamela DeVos Foundation, Lori has been able to lead KCAD Fashion Studies students on learning experiences in New York City, London, Paris, Hong Kong and Beijing, Australia, and Los Angeles. And in just a few days, she and a group of students will depart for Greece. Lori, thank you for making these study away opportunities possible for our fashion studies students. Please rise to be recognized. And Mariel Versluis, professor and co-chair for fine arts, was recently named the recipient of KCAD's 2023, says 2022, 2023. It's 2020, yeah, this year, Faculty Excellence Award. Mariel was selected for this honor based on recommendations from her peers for the time and talent she devoted to developing and supporting the new Studio Arts curriculum for the Associate of Fine Arts in Studio Arts and the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Studio Arts programs. It is because of Mariel's tenacity that the National Association of Schools of Art and Design is now reviewing these programs. Once approved, we look forward to welcoming students into these programs and the connections and innovations that these new formats will provide for our future KCAD students. Mariel, thank you for your work and intentionality in collaborating with your colleagues to bring forth this forward-thinking program. Please rise to be recognized. Each year, one KCAD student is chosen from the graduating class to receive the highest academic honor of valedictorian. Criteria for this honor are academic achievement, earning the majority of all 120 credits towards the degree at KCAD, the recommendation of the student's program faculty, community service to the college, and leadership qualities. Today, it is with great pride that I introduce collaborative design major and KCAD's 2023 valedictorian, Gabrielle Gentner, to present our student address.
Thank you. So I have a pretty good relationship with a couple of the security guards at KCAD, and when one of them found out I was valedictorian and would be giving a speech, he joked with me about getting a shout out. I replied by promising to make the entire speech about him, and he didn't find that as funny as I do. So while I'm going to break that promise, I do want to recognize and thank Lonnie, Joe, and all of the wonderful security staff who play an important part in our community by keeping us safe and kindly welcoming us to campus every day. I told them they had to be in here to hear that, so. It's hard to believe that it's already been 4 years since I was at orientation in Boyer Hall, likely next to many of you, slowly growing more and more overwhelmed as I listened to professors talk about how to access Canvas, what makes a good critique, and what to expect from some of the intro-level classes I had on my schedule. I remember panicking on the 4th floor of the WNF building as I looked at the banners lining the walls of past students and projects and being so filled with doubt about whether I would be able to keep up. I wasn't sure I was good enough, and I felt like an imposter who really didn't belong. But luckily for me, it only lasted a few seconds as Gail DeBryan rounded the corner and called my name from down the hall, instantly recognizing me after having only met once before and congratulating me on my acceptance to KCAD. That was the first glimpse of the budding support system and sense of community I would come to find here at KCAD, and it's what has made me into the designer and person that I am today. The idea of community has been a central theme throughout my journey at KCAD and the collaborative design program. We used it so often that it almost became a buzzword, something that Jaron Fountain and I tried to avoid using at all costs in our work. But in the last few months, I have grown to have a deeper understanding and appreciation of the word. I think the problem is that many often lose sight of its meaning, but standing here, looking out at everyone today, the definition could not be more clear. Community is something that supports us, that challenges us, and pushes us forward even when we want nothing more than to remain standing still. Community embraces our flaws and loves us even on the days when we might not love ourselves. Community guides us on our path forward while keeping a light on when we want to return home. Community is what I found at KCAD, from the wonderful professors to the work I've done with student council, the love and respect the administration has for the students, and of course, to the way Nicole DeCracker hasn't blocked me on Outlook even though I was emailing her almost every other day. Community is what I found in each of you, and what I hope for everyone to continue finding as we make our way forward into this next chapter of our lives. Because graduation might seem like an ending, but really, it's a beautiful new beginning. I've talked to a lot of people over the years who felt so panicked about graduating, and despite all they've learned during their time at KCAD, they're still intimidated about leaving the classroom and starting their careers. But something I think we all seem to forget is that artists and designers, by definition, are lifelong learners. There will always be more stones to turn over, more rabbit holes to follow, more to learn and explore and embrace for all of us. From the last-minute presentations to projects that seemed to have endless critiques, and even spirited debates with professors. John Maroney did end up being right about the best way to structure student council, by the way. KCAD challenged us to grow and gave us the foundation we needed to succeed. It's up to us to figure out where we want to go from here. And I hope we all carry with us an insatiable curiosity and a desire to always keep pushing forward. I wish I could go back to that day on the 4th floor and tell myself about all the wonderful things that awaited me in the next 4 years. I would tell myself about the incredible teams I would get to be a part of, from Weggy Prize to Student Council, the Food Co-op, and the KCAD Library Project. I would tell myself about going to the Glow Dance, the Masquerade Ball, volunteering at the open house, eating free dinner down in the Commons, and all of the other fun opportunities that let me connect with other students I normally didn't get to see. I would tell myself about my incredibly talented peers who inspired and challenged me in class every day, and about the shoulders they gave me to cry on when life just got to be too much. I would tell myself about the ways that KCAD and the Collaborative Design Program taught me to be a more empathetic designer, a more patient teammate, and a kinder friend, and how everything I have today would not have been possible without the love and support of those around me. I probably still would have panicked, thinking about all the hard work that lay ahead, but at least I would have known that everything would work out okay. All of us should be so incredibly proud of everything we did during our time at KCAD, from the A+ projects to the engaging internship opportunities, to even simply getting out of bed and making it to class on time. All are worthy accomplishments, and the KCAD community is celebrating them right along with you. Congratulations to each and every one of you, and best of luck.
Thank you, Gabby. It has truly been an honor to get to know you, and we can't wait to see all that you accomplish as an alumna. Now, we'll move into the portion of our ceremony that everyone's been waiting for. The conferral of degrees is the formal recognition of the successful completion of a rigorous course of study. As each graduate crosses the stage, appearing on the screen will be an example of their work, which represents both the completion of the final graduation requirement and an individual visual statement of achievement. Our graduates and candidates will be presented by degree and program in alphabetical order. Before we get started, I have one request. When the last graduate crosses the stage and all the graduates are asked to stand, this auditorium will be filled with excitement, and you'll all feel ready and moved to celebrate. I ask that you hold your applause for a moment because this is actually the most important part of the ceremony. I'll return to the podium to confer all the degrees, and then I will instruct our graduates to move their tassels. Once our graduates move their tassels, that's your cue to cheer enthusiastically and show them how proud we are. Our graduates have certainly earned it. Now, please welcome Stephen Halko, Dean of Academic Affairs, to preside over the conferral of degrees for this ceremony.
Thank you, President McCracken. Will all the graduates and candidates for the Master of Architecture degree, Master of Arts degree, and Master of Fine Arts degree please rise? President McCracken, upon recommendation of the faculty, I am pleased to present our recent graduates and 2023 candidates for the Master of Architecture degree, Master of Arts degree, and Master of Fine Arts degree. These graduates have fulfilled all graduation requirements, and the faculty and I present them to you. Graduates, please come forward to be recognized. Elisa Bond, Director of KCAD's Library, will announce these graduates.
Receiving the Master of Architecture degree are Stacy A. DeWitt. Esmeralda Eleda Diana. Graduating with academic honors, Sean Michael Geary. Graduating with academic honors, Iman Hochini. Graduating with academic honors, Hayden Alyssa Prilwitz. Receiving the Master of Arts in Visual and Critical Studies are graduating with academic honors, Laurel Dugan. Graduating with academic honors, Kaylee Hazel Smith Barth. Graduating with academic honors, Amy Joy Voss Dillinger. Receiving the Master of Fine Arts in Painting degree are graduating with academic honors, Brooke Amanda Brigson. Graduating with academic honors, Laurel Dugan. Graduating with academic honors, Jacob Weishart.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree please rise? President McCracken, upon recommendation of the faculty, I am pleased to present our recent graduates and 2023 candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree. These candidates have fulfilled all graduation requirements, and the faculty and I present them to you. I now invite the graduates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Art Education, Collaborative Design, Digital Art and Design, Digital Media, Fashion Studies, and Furniture Design to come forward to be recognized and ask the remaining graduates to be seated. Mike Dollar, Assistant Professor of Digital Art and Design, will announce these graduates.
Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Art Education are graduating with academic honors, Catherine Carl. Ashley Kelly. Christina Lauren Pixley. Miranda Jo Thierry. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Collaborative Design, Hannah G. DeWise. Graduating with academic honors, Jaron Riley Fountain. Each year, one student is chosen from the graduating class to receive the highest academic honor of valedictorian, represented by the receipt of the bachelor's hood. It is my great honor to present Gabrielle Elizabeth Gentner. Michael Lamont Guidry. Rebecca Wend. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Digital Art and Design are Marcus Buchanan. Graduating with academic honors, Nolan J. Delks. Congratulations. Graduating with academic honors, Anna Noel Jarrett. Graduating with academic honors, Bishop Alexander Lamone. Graduating with academic honors and the 2023 Excellence Award recipient from the Digital Art and Design program, Keegan Moore. Thank you. Graduating with academic honors and the 2023 Excellence Pathways Academic Award recipient, Grace Morin. Graduating with academic honors, Daniel Neff. Graduating with academic honors, Jacob D. Nyland. Graduating with academic honors, Nicole Porter. Graduating with academic honors, Cameron Schleicher. Graduating with academic honors, Al Smith. Drew Harold Strand. Ava Tolanen. Raquel Valverde. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Digital Media is Catherine Pasman. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Fashion Studies are graduating with academic honors, Sarah Lynn Borson. Maria Christina Dawley. Graduating with academic honors, Riley Grace Florino. Graduating with academic honors and the 2023 Excellence Award recipient from the Fashion Studies program, Zoe Anne Marie Roberts. Graduating with academic honors, Evelyn Sherhart. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Furniture Design are Catherine Fox. Graduating with academic honors and the 2023 Excellence Award recipient from the Furniture Design program, Jake Hansen. Graduating with academic honors, Oliver McCarthy. Jay Shao.
I now invite the recent graduates and candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Graphic Design and Illustration to come forward. Elisa Bond, Director of the KCAD Library, will announce these graduates.
Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Graphic Design are Alyssa Boggs. Graduating with academic honors, Olivia Rose Brenner. Graduating with academic honors, Catherine L. Dave. Graduating with academic honors, Lola Eve Ernest. Graduating with academic honors, Lily Brittany Avenich. Graduating with academic honors, Lindsay Hindley. Graduating with academic honors, Ingrid Hopp. Aria Guinevere Limbaugh. Graduating with academic honors, Abigail Rose McDiarmid. Graduating with academic honors and the 2023 Excellent Award recipient from the Graphic Design Program, Summer Nicole Mishmerhersen. Kendra Mobley. Graduating with academic honors, Emma Oburn. Graduating with academic honors, Jax Palmer. Graduating with academic honors, Madison Przinski. Graduating with academic honors, Mariah Smith. Graduating with academic honors, Catherine Elizabeth Snyder. Graduating with academic honors, Emily Webb. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in illustration are graduating with academic honors, Jericho Ray Ashby. Graduating with academic honors, Michaela Marie Brown. Graduating with academic honors, Mbodi Grayson Campbell. Graduating with academic honors, Nicholas Crocker. Graduating with academic honors, Justice Marie Colbert. Graduating with academic honors, Aaron Fisher. Graduating with academic honors, Jenna Flory. Graduating with academic honors, Emily Guzinski. Graduating with academic honors and the 2023 Excellence Award recipient from the Illustration Program, Jackie Hagedorn. Graduating with academic honors, Susanna Keller. Graduating with academic honors, Kelly Lynch. Elias Pleiades Mallard. Graduating with academic honors, Wanda Moreno Aguiar. Graduating with academic honors, Jesse L. Murray. Graduating with academic honors, Tori Nam. Graduating with academic honors, Anastasia Schutte. Graduating with academic honors, Elvisa Selmick. Graduating with academic honors, Francesca Smorch. Graduating with academic honors, Godwin Stoddard. Graduating with academic honors, Leah Tigan. Graduating with academic honors, Scout Verdorn. Graduating with academic honors, Sabina Zakirova.
I now invite the recent graduates and candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Industrial Design, Interior Design, Medical Illustration, Metals and Jewelry Design, Painting, Photography, and Sculpture and Functional Art to come forward to be recognized. Mike Dollar, Assistant Professor of Digital Art and Design, will announce these graduates.
Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Industrial Design are Catherine Fox. Graduating with academic honors and the 2023 Excellence Award recipient from the Industrial Design Program, Scott Matthew Russell. Graduating with academic honors and the 2023 Excellence Award recipient from the Interior Design Program, Claire Ashcraft. Sarah Elizabeth Deisler. Katie DeWitt. Graduating with academic honors, Ashley Grotentice. Elvadina Kalem. Elvadina. Excuse me. Graduating with academic honors, Sam Kubiak. Elysia J. Moore. Amy Rowley. Alexandria Dean Short. Jenna Smady. Graduating with academic honors, Liz Smethwick. Graduating with academic honors, Callie Thompson. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in medical illustration are graduating with academic honors and the 2023 Excellence Award recipient from the Medical Illustration Program, Grace Ellen Marie Fowler. Graduating with academic honors, Katie Lee. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Metals and Jewelry Design is Isabella Esther Rosenberg. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Painting is graduating with academic honors and the 2023 Excellence Award recipient from the Painting Program, Hannah Stevenson. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Photography are graduating with academic honors, Jillian Grace Becker. Graduating with academic honors, Novali Alexis Centeus. Graduating with academic honors and the 2023 Excellence Award recipient from the Photography Program, Delaney Mott. Graduating with academic honors, Oakley Calcifer Zading. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in Sculpture and Functional Art are Kiki Eberhardt. Kevin Bailey Van Hoos.
Will the candidates for the Associate of Fine Arts degree please rise? President McCracken, upon recommendation of the faculty, I am pleased to present our recent graduates and 2023 candidates for the Associate of Fine Arts degree. These graduates have fulfilled all the graduation requirements, and the faculty and I present them to you. I now invite the graduates for the Associate of Fine Arts degree to come forward to be recognized. Elisa Bond, Director of the KCAD Library, will announce these graduates.
Receiving the Associate of Fine Arts degree in Design Studies are Lillian Claire Moon. Graduating with academic honors, Amy Ann Elizabeth Russell.
Can we just have one more round of applause? President McCracken, this completes the list of graduates. Would all of our graduates please rise? I am honored to present the graduates and candidates for the Master of Architecture degree, Master of Arts degree, Master of Fine Arts degree, Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, and the Associate of Fine Arts degree.
Upon the recommendation by the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Ferris State University Board of Trustees, I confer upon the candidates and reconfer for our fall graduates the Master of Architecture degree, Master of Arts degree, Master of Fine Arts degree, Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, an Associate of Fine Arts degree, and admit you all to the rights, privileges, and responsibilities to which your degree entitles you. You may now turn your tassel to the left side. You may be seated. I would like to invite to the podium Mariel Versluis, Professor and Co-Chair of Fine Arts and KCAD's 2022-2023 Faculty Excellence Award recipient, who will conclude our ceremony with the faculty address.
Congratulations, you've made it. Well done. There are several things I'd like to take this time to address before you leave here today and move forward in your life. Many times, the first day of introductions in the class, I'll of course ask students the expected questions: what is your name, what is your major, etc. But I also like to ask, what do you collect? Because I found most art and design students collect something, even if at first they say they don't. Sometimes they collect obscure items like glass eyes or skeleton keys or vinyl records. And I've realized among the several things that I like to collect in my life, one of these things I like to collect are quotations. Anyone who knows me understands that I love quotations. I have them posted in my studio, in my office, next to my office door, and I often find old scraps of paper upon which I've written something meaningful to myself that I've heard or read. Many times I'll move something on a shelf in my studio and find a scrap of paper with a quotation written on it, a gem that I've forgotten about, and then there it is, a surprise for myself. Sometimes I think I collect quotations because others can so eloquently and succinctly articulate what's been circling around in my head, but I haven't yet put into words. So quotation number one: we make our ideas, and our ideas make us. I'm not actually sure where I found that quote. I think I was working in my studio one day and heard it on the radio. But it stuck with me, and I have it written on my studio wall to remind me of this unique human characteristic. We make our ideas, and our ideas make us. You chose to come to Kendall College of Art and Design because you have ideas and you make them. As artists and designers, that is our job, our calling, our mission, and sometimes obsession. We are able to imagine, to wonder, to dream, and then to make an idea into a reality, a something. We set a course, we research, we plan, we try harder, we fail, we try again, fail again, and then we realize we've persevered. And not only in creating something, but we've begun to create our lives. What we once imagined, we now live. You had an idea to come to KCAD, and it manifested. You did it. Your ideas have made you, are making you, and will continue to make you. Quotation number two, by the Irish poet Seamus Heaney. Since when, he asked, are the first line and the last line of any poem where the poem begins and ends? We find ourselves here at commencement. It's kind of an oxymoron. We are all here to celebrate the final chapter of your time at KCAD, your graduation, but it's called commencement. So in many ways, it's also the beginning of your time at KCAD. By this, I mean that all you have learned, all that you have become, all of what you have done here is the beginning, the commencement of your next chapter. KCAD is now your alma mater, which translates as nourishing or bountiful mother. This suggests an ongoing relationship. You are now an alumni of Kendall College of Art and Design of Ferris State University, and we, your alma mater. Go forward in life with the knowledge and confidence that we will always have some connection with you and you with us. Transition from student to alum is a beginning, a commencement. Where has the poem of your life begun, and where will it take you? Quotation number 3, by Irish poet or Irish playwright George Bernard Shaw. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. I'm back to this idea of creating again, because you are at another moment of creating in your life again. You've created objects, plans, essays, images, stories, and other things at KCAD, and now you are at a powerful point of departure with creating your life. I don't use the word powerful lightly here. You are powerful. You have completed your education during a stressful time. We, have persevered and made it through a global pandemic. We are faced with global challenges. But you have the power within yourself to continue to grow, create, collaborate, help others, help yourself, be curious, and make a difference in our world. And finally, because we are each unique, we each have our own stories. We create our own stories. We find our own stories. We are powerful. We are in this time right here, right now. Embrace who you are, who you will become. Keeping these words in mind, the last quotation, which I think your generation has taught my generation so much about. It stands on its own with no follow-up, no explanation, no connecting the dots. Quotation number 4, the grand finale. Another Irish writer, Oscar Wilde. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Congratulations, Kendall College of Art and Design, Ferris State University, class of 2023.
Thank you, Marielle, for your inspirational message to our graduates. As we close our ceremony, I want to thank you for trusting KCAD to help guide your educational journey and extend my thanks to the supporters who are here today and have joined through live stream to share this celebration with us. Congratulations, and remember, we are KCAD proud of each and every one of you and look forward to seeing all that you will achieve as alumni. I would now like to invite our Grand Marshal, Dr. Susanna Engbers, back to the podium for our ceremonial closing.
As this celebration comes to an end, we would like to extend an invitation to each of you to join us for a reception honoring our graduates on the venue grounds. We hope you enjoy your day with your family and friends. You have earned it. Please rise and remain standing until the platform party, faculty, staff, and graduates have left the auditorium. The proceedings of the Kendall College of Art and Design of Ferris State University 2023 commencement ceremony have now concluded.